Hello and welcome to GearGossip number 10. Tonight we have another guitar here. It's called the Standard Model by Basslab, German manufacturer for basses and guitars. Yeah, this is the Standard Model. This is a weird shape and it's all black. In this case you can get all sorts of fancy colors here. In this case also a headless edition. You can get it with a head. Also doesn't matter really. Yeah, this is a locking nut by ETS and the fretboard, and this fretboard as well as the frets are absolutely flat. Yeah, as you would expect on a classical guitar. Yeah, and this is the background for this one, I guess. 26 frets, and then we have two humbuckers. This is an Arnica Pro and a Screamin' Demon. We have two volume knobs, one volume knob, another volume knob, a mute switch, a split switch for both humbuckers, a three-way switch, something to plug a cable in, a strap lock. You have absolutely weird but nice and comfy shapings. Tuners, as you would expect on a headless guitar. The next feature is not that obvious. The whole thing is absolutely hollow. The whole neck and the whole body, everything except the pickups, is absolutely hollow. And this is why this guitar is so extremely light, and black on black, absolutely invisible truss rod. While the whole construction is carbon and something else should not need a truss rod, but they supply it anyway and make the neck a little bit softer than it could be, so you can adjust the relief according to your taste. It reminds me of my acoustic guitars. You can't hear it through this crappy little microphone here, but the bass strings have a lot of definition and deep fundamentals really, where your usual thin line or ES335 guitar goes blang blang blang. This one goes bong, like a big church bell. The next thing about ergonomics is the way you put a strap on it. This is how the guitar is supposed to hang, on a strap, and it does. It's extremely light. You have your hands where they should be, just like on a classical guitar, and you can do whatever you want. Effortless. These are 11 gauge strings. The only thing I do not like with this guitar is if you play that way and you go up the neck, your arm is just hitting the lower horn. This is sort of a design flaw that has already been fixed, as I can see from the pictures of the website. It's much shorter with current models. What else to say about it? It can have any sort of pickups that you want. Slinger coils, humbuckers, any sort of electrics. You can have a head or no head. You can have any color, almost any sort of neck shaping. And here comes the best part. This is so resonant and so acoustic, you might get wiped off stage as soon as you dial in some sort of distortion, and this can be fixed. As long as you don't want a solid brick, you can do anything for your needs, even after the instrument is finished. So if you decide, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more of whatever, it can be changed after the instrument has been finished. That is good news, I think. I'll tune up this thing again and then we will hear some electric stuff. so much for the Basslab standard guitar. It's a cool little light guitar. I would definitely not buy in black, but in crimson red or something like this. I especially like the clean sounds, the clean articulation and resonance is so great. You can even get this with a piezo system, not that big a surprise, but also with built-in microphone and nylon strings. Yeah, the concept is definitely worth checking out. Checking out means going to the website, which is basslab.de, and checking out my fantastic epoch-making and not so good selling stuff is levelin.com. Yeah, there's a free player in there. You should really check out my songs, and if you like one of these, you might also want to buy one at Apple iTunes. Yeah, I'm gonna have a shave, and I wish you good night.